It is 26th of September and I'm feeling dead tired. I don't know how about you. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day and welcome to Let Me Show You News. And I'm basically going to be showing you the most significant news which occurred from the past Monday, which I believe was 19th of September. Well, in my opinion at least. Well, anyways, let's get to it. 19th to 25th of September. Well, just when we were about to get optimistic about the ceasefire deal, which I think happened 2 weeks ago regarding Syria, well, it is now officially ended, stated by the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad himself in an exclusive interview with AP. Now, what America was trying to get from this ceasefire was to send aid to regions such as Aleppo, which have been basically war-torn from this whole situation which is going on. However, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad himself said blamed the US government for the abolishment of the ceasefire. However, right after the ceasefire has ended, 18 trucks from a 31 vehicle convoy had been struck and destroyed. And these trucks were not just any trucks, as anyone would ever imagine. They were by the Syrian Arab Red Crescent. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Anyways, you've probably seen this logo. And that's what it was from. Basically to provide humanitarian aid towards the one who really needed. And 18 trucks of it have been struck. Unfortunately, 14 volunteers had died from that airstrike. And Russia is blaming US drone as it had presence in that area during that airstrike. And America is blaming either the Syrian regime or Russia for shooting that 18 trucks, as apparently they had presence in that area during that airstrike. Basically, fingers have been pointing, and there had been no conclusion yet. Not till now regarding that issue, or this whole situation in general. Ms.Power, the US UN ambassador, said in the UN meeting, which was yesterday I believe, quote, "Instead of pursuing peace, Russia and Assad make war. Instead of helping get life-saving aid to civilians, Russia and Assad are bombing the humanitarian convoys, hospitals and first responders who are trying desperately to keep people alive. What Russia is sponsoring and doing is not counterterrorism. It's barbarism. And honestly, in my opinion, nothing had been achieved. Because on 24th of September, water had been cut towards access to Aleppo as an act of retaliation against the fierce attacks that they're getting after the ceasefire. 20 to 25th of September. An African American named Keith Lamont Scott had been shot dead for apparently not dropping his gun, instructed by the police to do so. However, it's been said that he was holding the book in his hand and he was not armed at all. Police Chief Putney apparently said that he was absolutely and he was sure that he was in a position of a handgun, and he was. However, he was not equipped with a handgun. He didn't have it in his hands, it was just in his pocket. What he was holding in his hand was apparently a book, a Quran, which his mother said which he loved reading. Now, after being instructed to exit his car, which he did in fact, he exited the car with his hands on his side and began walking backwards, which is when he was then shot by the police, shot and killed. Keith suffered from TBI, which is traumatic brain injury, as he had been in a car accident last year. And his wife, who took the video showing the whole footage of what happened, start screaming to the police saying that he had TBI and he has nothing to do, like he will not do any harm. The released video by Keith's wife had caused a furious protest demanding for the body cam video recorded by the police to show whether he had a gun in his hand or not. Now, the police department did release a video, a body cam and a dash cam video. However, they weren't really complete and did not show any visual evidence of him holding a gun in his hand. 21st to 23rd of September. Now, to a similar story which I just said right now, related to Keith being shot by the police, Terence Crutcher is a man who was shot for apparently grabbing a gun from his vehicle, even despite being unarmed and not having any rifles or gun in his vehicle. Terence Crutcher was caught wandering around the Oklahoma street after his SUV broke down, and Belty Shelby, a female police officer, caught him and encountered with him while she was attending a 911 domestic violence call. Now, she called the dispatch because she believed that he was under the influence of something. He was not answering the questions to the vehicle relating to him. He refused to get on his knees when instructed to do so. He had his hands up when instructed to take his hands out of his pocket, which is something unusual a person would do during that situation. And he was wandering around the street and at the back of the police cruiser. Now at the end, he was about to return to his vehicle after not listening to any of the instructions the police instructed him to do. And his hand was kind of in the vehicle. From their perspective, looked like he was about to grab something. But in reality, he was about to enter his SUV vehicle. But then at that moment, he had been tased and shot by Betty Shelby. And he died at that instance. After the incident and the video being released online, Betty Shelby was charged with manslaughter. Before that, however, there were a lot of peaceful protests demanding for her to be arrested or charged with manslaughter. 22nd of September. Barack Obama, the president of US, had vetoed the legalization of allowing the surviving victims or the family of the victims of the drastic 9/11 attacks to sue the Saudi Arabian government. The reason for Obama vetoing that legalization is because he believes that it would negatively or significantly impact the relations between US and Saudi Arabia. And forget that, in general, it would just significantly and negatively impact US interests, nationalist interests. Now, this is his 12th veto during his presidency time, and apparently anonymous data showed that the Congress are gonna override his veto, which will be the first successful one if it actually occurs. Till now, no overridden vetoes had taken place during Obama's presidency. However, if this override is successful, it will be the first. Well, basically, he's gonna leave this January anyways. 24th of September. Arçon Çetin is a 20-year-old suspect born in Turkey and has a US permanent residency who lives in Oak Harbor. He's a suspect of apparently shooting 5 people in the Macy department in Burlington, in the Cascade Mall. Arçon Çetin at first was seen in the CCTV to be unarmed when entering the mall. However, when he entered the Macy department, it was seen that he was carrying a rifle and shot dead 5 people. Now, he escaped or fled before the police have arrived. And at that time, there had been a massive manhunt, I think that's the word they use, to look for the suspect. CCTV videos had been uploaded onto the internet showing showing the face of the person caught of the suspect onto the internet. Apparently, the car scene used to fled from the shooting is connected to him, which is how they kind of caught him in the first place. He was arrested in Oak Harbor, a town southeast of Burlington, and Burlington is the place where the Cascade Mall, where the shooting took place. 26th of September. 9 people had been injured during a shooting in Housten, Texas, Housten, US, in a shopping center. Kind of similar to what I just said. Now, the suspect has been shot dead by the police, and he's believed to be a lawyer. I can't even talk today. Now, a bomb squad had checked the suspect's, well, he's basically dead now, the shooter's vehicle, and they said that they have found more guns and more rifles and guns in his car. And for now, residents have been advised to avoid that area where the shooting took place. And this is apparently the 3rd attack which happened in the mall in the past 9 days in the US. Anyway, guys, I believe that this video would conclude the summaries of the significant news which occurred from the past week. And I don't know about you, Well, in my opinion, the news are just getting shorter day by day, but they are getting more significant by week, unfortunately. Well, we are going through a political depression right now, which is depressing. No pun intended. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, any negative comments, any positive comments, surely you can leave them down in the description. In the comment, I can't even talk. Hey, I could never talk. Anyways, if you have any suggestions about how I could improve my videos in the next coming products, which is what I would call the videos of the series. God, I can't even talk. You can email me down below. My email could be found in the description, or message me on Facebook, which is in the description, or just leave a post in my Twitter. I better check that, but still, I'll gratefully respect it. I would appreciate it. And if you guys are interested in this channel, please do subscribe, and please take just one little second just to like this video below. If you don't like it, dislike it. Heck, I mean, there's a reason why there's a dislike bar over there in the first place. And I guess until next time, peace.